Hey, welcome back to the Metro Ball Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is currently the 17th of May. It is Montreal's 375th birthday. Happy birthday, Montreal. Good luck and have fun. Thanks, you too. So we're playing Sunny because we kind of promised that we would at some point in time, a couple days ago. This hand is okay. We can do better. So I promised, yeah, wow, what a hand. We actually had a lot of pressure, not pressure, but a lot of people were asking, hey, can you play Sunny with build script and process automation? And I did. I built a Sunny deck last night with build script process automation. It actually also ran 6 copies of, what's it called? Exclusive Party, which turns out is just better than process automation. And I could not win a game. For the life of me, I couldn't win a game. And the main reason is those cards just aren't good enough. Now, I've said that before, but the biggest problem is in Sunny specifically, I don't think they're fantastic just because what I've learned out of the 3 games, which were, I think 2 of them were won just behind like a single piece of ice. It was just like an Enigma with it was a magnet into a Santan, which was a problem. But the problem is that like Sunny, as cool as it is to have the clickless card draw, the biggest thing that's Sunny, like the problem with Sunny, Arc Lockdown. The biggest problem with Sunny is that she is incredibly expensive. Absolutely incredibly expensive. Like the idea is if you want to prop down your Code Gate Breaker is 4, and then if you want to break a Magnet it's 4, and you want to trash a Sansan it's another 5. So like having cards that don't give you a lot of money or aren't that impactful, Vamp's really impactful, is going to be an issue. It really is going to be an issue. And you kind of just need more money. Like just spending Career Fair and Modded I think give you so much more value. Even though they don't draw, they give you more value per click. Yeah, let's go HQ again. We could hit a Snare here. We could hit a Fetal, and both of those would be an issue. I think Vamp's a really good card in this matchup. Kagugo is an issue too. I guess even if we bypass it, we're going to get hit with the damage. I think that 1 Data Folding is probably enough. I don't know if we need 2 in this matchup. Money doesn't matter that much, and we want to keep as many cards as we can. Looks like Server 1 isn't a Bioethics. It's just a Jackson. I think we can afford to trash that. I'm glad we didn't Dirty Laundry it. Actually, no. I don't think they would have popped it. But yeah. So I'm trying this. This is I think a slightly better version of this deck. We have a Scrubber, which is pretty good. I think that actually is going to get value in this matchup. Yeah, it probably is. We have an Earthrise, which is good too. But the idea is that with this matchup now, we have a bit more money just with Modded and Career Fair. I think that's actually pretty good. We could play our Earthrise. That's okay. Yeah, I think we need to play our Earthrise. We need to get some card draw going. I'm glad that they use a Jackson early in the game. Before there's any snares in the bin, so they're not recurring snares. Another Jackson. If they don't ice that, we can get that. I don't know what they're looking for here. If we once we get more money, then we can vamp them and we can touch basically any trap without it being a high risk. We're also running 1 card that lets us see the top of R&D, so in theory we can always spend a click to see the top of R&D, which is actually pretty sweet. They might let us trash this. Well, that's actually really good. So I think we need to do it in this order. Run Server 2. They might pop this. If they pop this again, they also might not just because of the existence of friends in high places. Yeah, okay. They'll let us have it. That's okay. They can friend to this. It's expensive. Right now we're going to be drawing enough. I think we just want money because again, that's the biggest problem. Like we didn't have a lot of money in the other deck. So putting down a Security Nexus, which costs 8, which is an insane amount, and then having more money than the corpse, specifically if you're kind of like not that aggressive as Sunny, is definitely going to be an issue. So this is the first time we changed the deck. Admittedly, this is like a wildly different, oh, that's a hostile. Oh man, this is just going to be a grind. We don't have Salset or anything. So if this is like a Mumbad or a Breaker Baker into hostile infrastructure, we probably actually want to get that now. We do have 1 process automation because we promised. Councilman's actually really good because they can't res or breaker bay grid. So if they want to actually get full value out of their thing, they're going to have to pay for it. So let's go check out what this is. There's a chance this is something else. Like it doesn't have to be a breaker bay grid. So will we de-res that to save 1 net damage? Yeah, okay. That's cool. And again, if they're letting the Jackson go, they probably have a Friends in High Places in hand. So this is good. There's a chance this might be something else. I doubt it though. Yeah, hostile. Okay, so this is a grind deck, so money matters. I actually think we're going to install the next Data Folding. We'll trash this for 2 for sure. So I think we just want money. We can play this. This gives you 2 credits and a draw card. I don't know if we need that. Yeah, we probably just want a bit of money. And Freedom through Equality is okay. We're not running Keyhole. If they're running Big Ice, it's good. Like if they're running, not Kagugo so much, but if they're running Komainu or if they're running a DNA Tracker, even, what's that big barrier? I forget the name of that one. Kiyashi? Something like that. I think we can afford both of these. We'll start our next turn with 6 credits, 2 for trashing assets. This might be okay. They're also going to flood up on HQ, right? They don't have Jackson. I don't think we have to trash this or check this. We have a Security Nexus and we have a Modded. So check this out. This one is more than Career Fair, but like, I'm just gonna be thinking here. If we wanted to play, what's it called? We want to play build script. We're playing one influence. This is twice as much, but career fair is the same way as this. So how many clicks does this card get you of clicking for value? This installs a card, and it gives you 3 credits worth of savings. Now process automation, on the other hand, draws a card and only gives you 2 credits of savings. And career fair is the same as modded, right? Like, except there's only one influence. Like, career fair is already so much better than build script. Oh, thanks so much. I found that was kind of the issue. It's like not that much we need this drip economy and draw, because I'd rather have play just like bigger expensive draw cards, but you just need money up front. And I think we want to install our security nexus as poor as we're going to get on it. I don't think we can afford to lose this one. We only have 2 in our deck. So, and then we'll just click for credits. So now we can actually start face checking into things. It's easier to take a tag than it is anything else. And they're going to be flood up on HQ pretty soon. So that's okay. Alright, so now they have a lot of money. I'm more interested to check server 5 than anything else, but I think we might just want to camp for the vamp. We could pop Sports Hopper to draw some cards. I don't know if we want to be drawing that hard. Again, like, they're going to need their to lock us out of the game if they're playing a prison variant. They're going to need a lot of money, and I guess they kind of have money right now. I think we just want to click for credits. Turning Wheel's okay in this matchup, but I think once we have enough money, we can just kind of thread and vamp and then hopefully lock them out of the game. We'll see. We're running 2 same old things. They are running 1 arc lockdown, so if we want to hit 1 vamp, I don't know how many more are going to fire. Oh, we should have ran that. So this one they'll probably use, but also there's a chance there's a hostile takeover in server 6. And it replays server 4, so that could have been a shock. I think we definitely want to run Jackson first. There's a chance they're going to res a hostile here, but they're going to have to pay 5 for it, which is pretty sweet. And then we just can just jack up, but they're using it. So 2 Jacksons down. If they're running also preemptive action, that's pretty good. Both of these cards are new. I think we can afford to check one of them. Yeah, fuck it. You always want to trash the Jackson first before we put cards in the bin that they want to recur. That's a snare? Okay, that's fine. So off the top of our deck, we lost a career fair. That's a bummer. So do we trash snare? Do we trash snare? Yeah, I guess so. But then they can recur it. No, I don't think we do trash snare. Right? Because now if they want to put in the bin, they have to install over it. And that's worse if they're running turtlebacks. Whatever, I'll trash it. We kept the best card in our hand, 100%. We want to draw up so we don't die to double Neural EMP and then remove a tag. If they triple Neural EMP somehow, they win. We did take 4 damage there. We are running a 50 card deck though, so we do kind of have a leg up on that way. This card is really good in most other matchups. In this matchup, we're not running net damage protection, so this is kind of a liability, and we have to go trash that. We have the money, we just have to go trash that, and this is just going to be kind of a grind. This is not a particularly good matchup. We're good at ice. We're not good at anything else that much. So we want to run this. They're going to spend money rezzing things. If it's a Kagugo, we take a damage, so let's draw up once. That card's good. Let's draw up again. That's good. Let's see what we lose. So worst comes to worst, we'll security nexus this. If it's a Kagugo, that's just a data mine. Yeah, let's nexus it. If we nexus it, we're going to pay 2 credits. Would we rather to pay 2 credits? Yeah, I think so. And you don't want to let this fire, because once it goes in the bin, they can recycle it. This is an annoying card. Alright, so we just paid 2 to get through that. That's a fine break cost. So they're going to res this. Yeah, this is a total grind. Not happy that we're playing this matchup, because like if you just played Wizard, obviously this is not a great matchup, I don't think. I'm glad we got a Scrubber this early in the game. We have another in our deck. So we're going to take 1 damage. We lost the... we wanted that card. Off the top of our deck, we lost Data Sucker. That one's not that meaningful in this matchup. And now we just need to click for credits, because again... I wish we lost the Deep Day Mining. Because again, it's just going to come down to money. We can start face checking now, but I think we actually want to keep the vamp. So let's just like stay on money. I don't think we need to draw that much. If they start double icing servers, yeah, that does matter. That becomes relevant, just like they did now. But I think we can always just let this one fire. So let's draw a bit. Sports Shop is actually good to put on the table. It gives us more link. Oh, that's the card we want. We 100% want this because now we can know what they're drawing. But yeah, this one's good because not only gives it link, but if it puts us in a situation where we don't have enough cards in hand or net damage is firing and we have good cards in hand, we can always pop this to draw. And I think that's probably, it's more than likely to be, they played Hedge Fund before drawing. I think that's a mistake, but that's more than likely to be a House of Knives. I think we can let one House of Knives go through. So we're going to spend this to look at the top. It's a snare, so we're not going to run R&D, and now we know they have a snare, which actually changes the game pretty substantially. I think we probably want to draw one. So this is a Barrier Breaker. This is good for Kagugo. We technically want to install this. I think we do. This easily could be a Kagoo. I think we want to install this. Yeah, that's fine. Just click for credit. Just play it slow. Again, if this is a House of Knives, that's good for them. That's 6 damage from our deck, and we only have, what, 20, 31 more hit points? We know they have a snare in HQ, so running HQ doesn't look so good anymore, which is kind of where we want it to go. No idea what server 4 is. New card in server 7. That might have been Trap. That also just could be the snare, or maybe they're playing on the fact that we know it's a snare. So it's a House of Knives on top, so we're definitely going to go for that. And they can admittedly trace us out here, but... So we'll just click run server, or run R&D. Could also be a Jackson, so they shuffle their deck, and I'm fine if they use that. Oh, we could let this one fire, we could trace. If it hits the vamp, that sucks. Yeah, they can fire it. It'll save us money in the long run, right? Because we don't have to continually... Because we're going to continually be running R&D. Oh, we lost the Sports Hopper. And we lost that second Nexus. That's totally fine. And then we got a House of Knives, which is great. And hopefully we're just going to keep pinging, seeing the top of the deck. They have to respect this. They have to put 2 ice on R&D. Oh, that's a Voter Intimidation. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, this is really impactful because this is the only card in our deck that like really helps this matchup. This is full random, huh? Oh, they went 2. Okay, so we lose this, which sucks, because now we're going to have to take a bunch of damage. We do know there's 1 snare in Archives, 1 on the top of the deck. I still think we just face plan into it. Just draw once. Oh, that's actually a good card. I think that's definitely worth installing. It's going to give us money in the long run. Do we Career Ferret? Oh, that's super important. This breaks Komainu for very little money. Yeah, I'll risk it. We're pretty low on cards, but with 3 cards at the beginning of every turn, we're going to be able to eclipse them in money. And we still are holding onto that vamp very luckily, which is fantastic. They also have only 21 cards left in R&D. Agendas have to be somewhere. IPO, another card in server 7. Do we bite on this one? I don't know. There's not a lot of cards that are never advanced threats. The only one really is House of Knives. And we already got one of them, which is kind of the best we can ask. Draw. Draw. I don't think we play this card. We need this as a hit point. So what could kill us? This could always be a Bioethics, right? And they could always res this to do 1 damage. So if we hit a snare, it does 3 damage. They res Bioethics, it does 1 damage. And they hit us with a neural. So we can't actually afford to run right now. In the chance that this is the 1 in 21 chance that there's a snare in here. If it's a fetal, they could double neural. And we actually probably have to assume that they've been drawing so much that they might have that. I don't want to check archives because they're shocked, but it's actually really good to know what's in archive, just so if they do play the inevitable friends in high places, we know what they're putting back. But it's more than likely that they're going to friends back those guys. So let's see. I don't know if we want to run right now. A lot of times, just not doing anything and clicking for credits is the best thing you can do in this matchup. It really is a lot of the time. So the cool thing about deep data mining in this matchup is that all our breakers are in the cloud. Yeah, it's a House of Knives. So that it's yeah, we might have wanted to run that one. So that we actually get full value out of this. Admittedly, that's not fantastic. Oh, I don't even think we're running an employee strike. I think the last influence we had to put a process automation in because we said we would play that card. That's okay. This card's actually probably worth playing. I think 3 is enough. Like, they've played most of their economy operations. Okay, let's take some shots. If this is a Kagugo, it's absolutely brutal. Like, we just can't... Yeah, like, what the fuck? So the runner passes, and bypasses is the same as passes. So I think we're just going to end the run here. In theory, we could be playing... No, that just is so shitty. Let's go HQ, see what this is. Like, this card... Fuck. Like, what do you do? We just have to win on remotes. Which I don't think is impossible, but like this game's going to be very long because we can no longer control how fast the game goes. We have very little control about how fast this game goes because it's really not worth it unless we have perfect information to take accesses that do 2 damage, let alone 4 damage with this thing. So it's just all going to be about contesting the remote, which is like really, really brutal. We have 26 more life points, which means basically 13 more net damage if we install nothing else. And that sucks. Like that's super hard to do anything about. Like, this card's absurd. I think this card's ridiculous. So yeah, we lost the 1 good card that we needed, and now they're spamming remotes. I think we're definitely going to want to check this and check this one in the same turn. It might be actually pretty difficult. This one has a higher chance of being a bioethics, but if this is the hostile takeover, we want to go this one first. So let's definitely run server 7. We could also vamp right now, huh? But then they just res the bioethics, so that's not fantastic. Let's just go. They can res this. We'll let this fire. We can... That's absolutely brutal. So we'll pay, what, 2 on this? This fires does 2 more damage. Like, this is just so shitty. Fire. This could be a psychic field. We really don't have much to do about that. Like, we're just not making very intelligent choices anymore. We were making pretty... Oh, we lost the Vamp. Okay, we lost our Koge Breaker, so we have 1 more in the deck. We also lost our huge multi-access card. A Philotic. Oh, that's actually really, really good. So do we check this? Again, if this is a snare, it's lethal because it does 3 damage. I think it ping us for 1 with House of Knives, so we can't. If it is a bioethics, they just do 1 damage to us. And it's really important we steal this one. This one can be game winning. If they're also pushing this out, it means their hand is probably pretty shitty because they understand they can't install advance. 3 cards in there too. Snare could easily still be in there. I think they would want to keep Snare. I don't even know if we play Build Script. We don't want to draw that much. Let's just click for credits. So they also probably have an Arc Lockdown in there. Well, maybe they throw it out because you don't think... Yeah, okay, Arc Lockdown for Vamp. So that's huge. Yeah, they're going to hold on to that. That's kind of one of their best cards we have against them. And admittedly, maybe we wanted to Arc Lockdown before we started checking, before we ran R&D, just so they can't have a Resogugo. If this is a Psychic Field, it's pretty crappy. It does 5 damage out of the 19, 20, 22 damage health we have. We can't really do that. If it's a Philotic... if it's a Bioethics, it just does 1. If it's a Hostile, though, it does 6. Or, sorry, if it's a Bioethics, it does 2. Like, we can't do anything right now. I think the best move is actually click for credits and wait for them to flood. Like, eventually, with only 1 Jackson in, like, 19 turns. And remember, we haven't seen a Bioethics yet. If they are playing it, it does cost influence. So maybe they're not running that many friends in high places. I don't know. But, like, what can we do? Any bet that we call poorly is going to go really poorly for us. And it's going to be very hard for them to actually... Oh, there's a Bioethics. There's 2 Bioethics. Well, yeah, fuck. So what did we lost? This is X... Deuce is Wild, Build Script, Bristol. If they put a Hostile Takeover down, it's really, really difficult for us. Like, we can just lose now if they manage to, like, Friends in High Places. They can't really afford it, but if they Friends in High Places one of these, it's, like, I think we lose if they have 2 Neurals in their hand. I think we just lose. Luckily, they didn't. So we have to trash both of these. That's fine. Nothing can really hurt. If this is a Bioethics, what's it called? It's really bad. So let's draw once. Let's draw again. Jackson Claire is okay in this matchup. It's okay. Yeah, we had to draw up, right? Because of this fucking shit. Excuse me. And so now triple Neural does kill us if they use their last House of Knives token here, but we have to trash this anyways. Like, there's no way around it. We probably should have put a Sports Hopper down. If they have triple Neural, we lose. And this turn they can just Friends in High Places out. Let's see. Luckily, they did use all their House of Knives tokens, so they are getting a bit desperate, like you can kind of tell, and they only have 14 cards left in R&D, and they've been drawing every turn. Unfortunately, we only have 14 life points, so we're kind of the same situation. New card in Server 4. It's unlikely to be something that matters that much. Like, it could be a House of Knives, which is obviously pretty rough, but we have 2 Bioethics in the bin, 2 Hostiles in the bin. I'm not sure actually what we care about too much in this matchup anymore. We're not going to play any of these cards. We kind of need the hit points. Yeah, we just click for credits. I don't know what this could be that matters. Like, if it's a House of Knives, that's good, but all the other agendas, it is a House of Knives. All the other agendas they have in the game, they actually have to advance. So that's 6 more damage, but again, if we don't run, like, we just keep as many cards in the hand as possible and click for credits. Eventually, they can build, like, a double Kogate remote, and that's something we have to deal with, because our Kogate's in the bottom 9. Yeah, we didn't lose both of them. They also could be fearing that we have a second Vamp, considering how we're playing. And we just gotta check this, right? If it's a shock, if it's a snare, it's really bad. Actually, no, we don't have to check it because there's no more cards that really matter. Except the only card that matters that's unadvanced anymore is the last Hostile Infrastructure, unless they're playing like Sansan or something. Because all their other agendas are, unless they're actually like crazy and running. I wouldn't say crazy, but unless they're, because it's technically like a cool play because it goes against our expectations. But unless they're running Brain Trust, we don't have to run anything that's unadvanced. Like, there's no point. We're just super lucky that we got this. All right, enforce curfew. We don't have a current to turn it off. Oh, we do have a current to turn it off. But it's in the bin. And we have one more same old thing in our whole deck. Yeah, there's no same old thing here. Sorry, my face is covering it. It's really hard to get everything working together. That's my heap. Oh no, we have 2 similar things in our deck. That's okay. So this is gonna just do 1 hand size, which means we're just gonna install Jackson Claire. Jackson Claire is good click compression. We install it for free. But again, there has to be agenda somewhere. There's one more Jackson, so the game can't go on for that much longer. But like, our best play a lot of times is just click for credits. Drawing cards is a mistake. So there's a big chance that this is our the final what's it called? Bioethics? No, the final hostile infrastructure. Running archives also is a thing we have to do, or we might want to consider doing. But if we hit shocks, it's like just disgusting. And they just used it, so now they have to win in 9 turns. So now there's very little. It depends what they put back, right? Like they could be putting 3-pointers in there, and they could actually leave 3-pointers in there because they don't think we're going to run that anymore, which is pretty accurate. So 3 cards into R&D, which is a huge deal, because we know 1 snare is in here, we know 2 bioethics are in here, and we know 2 hostile infrastructures are in there. So unless like a what's it called comes out, we could also just run archives and see if they rise. Yeah, let's make them spend money, I guess. Let's just look at go, but we're never gonna put them down to 0, I don't think. Okay, cool. So now we just trace. Boost link strength, yeah. What do we have? What boost to? And check out. Take clicks, click for 4 credits. Like, I don't know what else we're gonna do. We don't want to run. We can't run through Kagugo. It's just not affordable to run Kagugo unless we have perfect information. Like if we know there's an agenda on the top, obviously that's good. We're going to need likely 2 more agendas. Yeah, 100% we're going to need 2 more agendas to win the game. Another voter intimidation. I don't know what they're intimidating here. This really doesn't matter that much. I think they'll spend 0. We didn't. Oh, they spent 2 again. Like, what do you get rid of? Jack Sinclair? Oh, Scrubber. Why? We have 56 credits. I guess they just need to throw out a card, right? And that's the Friends in High Places. Okay, so that's why. And this is where it gets brutal. Like, I think they should have trashed Jack, because Jack is basically 1 more hit point. The Scrubber doesn't matter when we have 56 credits. So that's a hostile infrastructure. This could be, Sever 7 could be another hostile infrastructure. Maybe we should have gone for it. It's a Baker Break good. So this it's going to be just a bunch of damage to us. And we can't really play around this. Like, there's no counterplay to this. Like, this just kind of sucks. Luckily, we can run with Jack. So that gives us a couple more clicks to draw up. Let's see if this is another hostile. So we lost Underworld, we lost a modded, that's fine. We're going to lose more here. Trash hostile, yep. We lost Striker M1. So we have no more Kogate Breaker. Trash that. Breaker be good, yep. Take clicks, draw. Same old thing for current, kind of is a thing, and take 2 credits. Yeah, so we can't get through a double Kogate server. Maybe that's what they're trying to go for here, but again, don't have a lot of turns. And I'm really glad that we played Friends, that they played Friends in High Places after they played all 3 Jacksons. But yeah, DNA tracker in front of an Enigma is an issue. Okay, again, we don't have to check any of these. One of them could be a bioethics, the other could be a hostile, but like it's just not worth it's just not worth checking any of these. It's very unlikely for this to bone us. Like worst comes to worst, it does what? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, that's fine. Again, they have to advance their agendas. Oh, it's 1 bioethics. Okay, cool. So that one did 1, 2. It's going to do 4 damage, maybe 6 damage. That's pretty substantial. But like you just can't guess. Like guessing wrong loses you the game. So we'll run server 13 here. Let's see if they res a hostile. If they res a hostile, we'll just run another server. They're definitely going to ping us with House of Knives. There you go. So we lost the same old thing. That's fine. Jack out. So in theory, I think all we need to do is draw our 3 cards. Because you want to draw cards, actually, so you don't lose them off the top of your deck. And we just trash this one. If they play our Friends in High Places, I think we lose. Like, this is it. We're out of cards. That's kind of it. I'm sorry I'm very negative about this, but, like, I don't see how we can play that much differently around this based off of besides deck construction. What the fuck is that? Oh, well, yeah, now that's a Fetal AI and we can't steal it. Because that does 2 damage to us. And now we can't trash. If they Friends in High Places, we lose. Like, we just have too few cards. Man, this is close. Like, I don't know how to... I don't think I can win. I really don't know if we can win. Thinking... Okay, so if this is a Fetal AI, we take 2 damage, and then we have 1 card left in our deck. So at any point in time, if they have a 3rd Friends in High Places, then they just pull down 1 bioethics, we lose. Because we can no longer trash hostile infrastructure. We just can't, because it kills us. So we can't steal 2 Fetal AI, so we basically have to steal 1 Fetal AI and then steal the other food out of hand. It also gives us 1 more run on the server. If we let them have this agenda, and it is a Fetal AI, it's only going to put them to 4 points, and they still need to install double advance anything else. They still need to install double advance another Fetal. So I don't know. I don't know what we do. Like, we can run this and steal this, and it puts us to 1 card in hand, and then Neurals just kill us, like, if they have double Neural to kill, so we can't actually steal it. I think we just have to let them have this, and then we have to, like, somehow get really lucky and run HQ twice. And then either, if they're playing Future Perfect, win side games, or if they're playing foods, steal 2 foods in a turn. We no longer have access to same old thing into our current, obviously, so, like, I don't know. I don't think there was many intelligent decisions that we made in this matchup. Besides, of course, not, like, running ham. If you're watching this and you see like different ways that I could be playing that are better, I just don't feel like a lot of this was in our control. Okay. So what do we do here? What is server 15? I'm not actually sure. There's not anything besides these 3 cards that damage us unless if we don't interact with them. Of course, if the Philotic was still in the game, this changes the math entirely. But you have to expect them running a Neural. And if they're running Neural, we run this, and they have 2 Neurals, we lose. So I don't think we can afford to run this. Which means all we do is clicking for credits again. We could also trash this, which does 1 damage to us, which means that like a single Neural kills us. I mean, after we steal a Fetal. So that, like, I don't think we... Wow, if they play Friends, how boned are we? If we play Friends, we have to win in a turn. We have 1 turn to win, because we can't trash everything. Because we trash this. No, if they play Friends, if they don't... If they do Friends for another hostile... And Bioethics, I think we lose, because this is 2 damage, this is 1 damage. We have to trash that, and then they Neural us. Yeah, so like we're gonna lose no matter what. I think you just have to play Keyhole in this matchup and go ham. Like, just tank Kagugo. Parasite obviously kills Kagugo really easily, but like, I don't think we have a winning strat here. We also don't know what server 7 is. It could just be like a Fetal chilling. It could easily be a Fetal chilling. And we just don't have enough cards to steal 2 Fetals, so we can't. Which means we have to go through HQ, which means this will do 1 damage to us. So I think we wait. I think we have to run 3 times HQ, and then of course if we hit a snare, we lose. Yeah, they can have that. If this is like a food or Future Perfect or something like that, so be it. But like, we've been clicking for credits most of our turns. Could it be a Ronin? Yeah, I guess it could be. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Alright, that is weird. I would assume they would have just scored this. So, what is this? Is it another Fetal? Because if it is, like, we still can't steal both of them. We're just 1 card short of stealing both of them. What card do we regret playing? Process Automation. But yeah, we're just short. So like the winning play could easily be run here, steal an agenda, run HQ. Yeah, that's all we got. Yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, let's Jack Sinclair 16. If this is a Future Perfect or food though, the game's totally different. It also could be a June bug. Oh, global food. Wow. Wait, this is game winning. I think we just won. Why'd they do that? If this is a June bug, we lose. I don't think they were running June bug. Oh, GG. Fetal. Good game. Alright, we did the right order. Not a lot of decisions to be made in that. Thanks. You too. So the ending we played well. Like, I guess we did sit back and think about what was the right play, but I think like that sort of deconstruction of what's the right play is not cool because I don't think we made a lot of decisions. It's cool that we understand that it's cool that we understand what we could have possibly done that would have lost us the game. Like, I think that's very interesting to see. It's very interesting to see that, but I don't think a lot of like forks in the road that we actually had a lot of things we could do. This kind of sort of deck, like Kagugo, I really don't like this card. Thanks, you too. See you around, A. But I think this card specifically is it's absolutely brutal. It's brutal if you don't have like tech slots to do with it, because you can't run through this on a central over and over again. You just can't afford to do that, especially in this matchup where this does 2 damage. And that's something I've seen with Netrunner. Like, I don't want to be very negative because this is only like a small portion of the design space. There's still a lot of lovely things in Netrunner. But a lot of the games I've been finding recently, especially at competitive tables, are largely decided before the game starts with deck building. Like, if we ran 3 employee strikes, I think we could like walked over this. If we ran Salsit Slums, we could have walked all over this. And yeah, that's a reason to run those cards. But it's just really unfortunate that if you're not running those cards, the matchups are just shitty. Just like so rough. I don't think we should have... I think they should have just scored that I don't know. I could see what they were going for, but I think they might have just wanted to score out. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. This is Sunny, and I think the changes that we made to this deck weren't very visible in this matchup. I'm really glad we weren't running 6 copies of exclusive party, just because card draw is kind of silly in this matchup. But like the fact, yeah, money really wasn't an issue here. We didn't even need our breakers, so the issues with finance I've been having with Sunny weren't apparent. Thanks so much for watching. We're streaming tonight, Thursday, 8:45 Eastern. Hopefully you drop by. Otherwise, thanks for watching.